when we talk about my amp, Doug and I will get into the deeper possibilities as far as different tones, because I know not everybody plays hard rock and metal and prog and all that. These amps do everything, so don't worry. If you're out there and you're like, oh, I don't play that.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't worry. But for me, you know, I've always kind of, I've searched for, if I can narrow it down, like 3 kinds of sounds.
Yeah.
You know?
The big 3.
The big
right?
3. So, so a clean sound, which is, you know, I try to go for this very pristine kind of piano-like clean sound. And then the second one is, you know, like just a big, heavy, chunky, like, you know, Metallica sound. And that's like another cool boogie trait, is that even though there's distortion, and I use like, you know, a lot of chords that have ninths and open strings and stuff, you can hear the individual string. So I was talking about the Images and Words album, and you know, some of the sounds and the tests that I do today when I'm thinking about my sound is I kind of play those riffs and see if they hold up. You know, like. You know, if the amp does that, I'm good. Or I'll play, if the amp goes, that only boogies sound like that. So it's like when you kind of mute the strings and you choke down and you kind of let the pick drag, like even if you're playing one chord, the pick is actually going, you know? Right? So that's the second sound, and the third is the lead sound. And the idea with the lead sound is for it to have sustain and gain and all that juicy goodness.
Same thing twice and switch between channel 2 and channel 3, and I want to mention something. Just,
oh, sure.
Just play whatever it is.
Yeah,
so any lead thing or what. Or
now, you want me to
that was 2. That was 2. No,
that was 2.
Perfect. Those 2 are different gain levels. And they sound, you know, the first one sounds like it has more attack and more definition and more tightness, and the second one sounds creamier and more vocal and soar.
And soaring. Yeah.
And that's a word I use a lot, soaring.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
I think all guitarists want to soar, right?
I think so, yeah.
We're not pilots, so we want to fly, we want to fly somehow, right?
Exactly. The vision is that you're standing on top of a mountain and your hair is blowing in the wind.
Right.
And like, I actually think of it like, you know when you have a delay that's like,
There it goes.
Yeah, it's like, so you're on the mountain and all the notes that you play as you know, they're like little hawks like flying out like, with every note. Right?
Yeah, exactly. You want that bigness. You gotta have that bigness, man.
Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking of when I'm on stage.
And dinner, probably.
And
right?
dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah. And dinner.
Anyway.
So, a lot of times, we joke about it, but we do think about music and tones and, visually.
Absolutely.
You visualize it. And I think that helps kind of get you to a place.
Could I say one thing there?
Yes.
Because when you mentioned the crunch, one thing Randy and I talk about all the time is we envision that the sound, because right across from Mesa Boogie, the room we work in, there used to be this place that built dragster motors.
Okay.
And the whole time we were doing the rectifier, and even before that,
Yeah.
we'd hear them dyno testing the dragster motors. And
Oh, wow.
So we got into this whole terminology that was referencing the different RPMs that the dragster motors were going to.
That's funny.
So we had the chime region, where
Yeah.
it's like at 12,000 RPM right before it blows up. 'Cause we'd hear them blow up a lot of motors, and so anyway, I envision that a lot.
I love that.
For big, huge crunch
Yeah.
chords, it's just
Well, that's the other thing.
But controlling
Yeah.
it so you can turn it on and off instantly, So, but as it's sustaining, the sound of a big old V8 dragster motor.
I have a version of that. See, we're getting really geeky now. So
Sorry.
My is like the Jurassic Park where it's the T-Rex and he's like,
Yeah.
and like the person's hair is blowing back and that's like the big. Right? That's
Exactly, right? Just, whoa!
yeah.